Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan, and joining me today is Sarah, our resident expert on all things tech.
Hey everyone.
So we're diving into a topic that's really heating up lately, foldable phones. A few years ago, these things were just a concept, something out of a sci-fi movie, but now they're here, and the technology is evolving at an incredible pace.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly things are changing.
And today, we're going to take a look at two of the biggest names in the game right now, the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6.
They're both really pushing the boundaries of what a foldable phone can be, but in different ways.
Exactly. I think the first thing people want to know is what's it like to use a phone with a screen that folds? And the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is really making a statement with its sheer size 8 inches. I mean, is that even still a phone?
It's practically a tablet.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point. Think about the possibilities. You could be drafting a document on one half of the screen and have your research open on the other half. Or imagine watching a movie on that big, beautiful 8-inch OLED display. It's like having a mini cinema in your pocket.
Okay, that's starting to paint a picture of how these phones could change the way we work and play.
But everyone's talking about AI these days.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pixel 9 Pro Fold comes with Google's Gemini AI built in, plus they're giving you a year of Gemini Advanced for free. What's the difference? Like, what does Gemini Advanced actually do?
Well, the basic Gemini AI, it's already on most Google devices, helping you with things like scheduling, reminders, quick searches, that kind of thing. But Gemini Advanced, that's a whole other level. It's almost like having this super efficient personal assistant. It can summarize long documents, translate languages in real time, even generate creative content based on your prompts. Wow, that sounds a lot more advanced than just setting a timer. It's like it learns your habits and anticipates your needs. That's impressive. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold is also getting a lot of attention for its design. It's being called the thinnest foldable phone on the market.
Yeah, and that thinness makes a huge difference. Foldable phones can be a little bulky, but Google really managed to make the Pixel 9 Pro Fold sleek and portable without sacrificing functionality. It definitely feels like a premium device.
And I've got to ask about this Add Me feature that everyone's talking about. No more awkward selfies or asking strangers to take a group photo. You can actually add yourself into group shots after the fact. How does that even work?
It's pretty clever, actually. The camera takes a bunch of pictures in quick succession, and then using some fancy AI and image processing, it can seamlessly add you into the shot, even if you weren't originally in the frame. It's a really fun feature, and it solves a common problem for people who love taking group photos.
So it sounds like the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is hitting a lot of the right notes. But let's be real. New tech always comes with some pickups. What are early users saying? Are there any downsides?
Overall, the response has been really positive. People love the big, beautiful display, the responsiveness of the Gemini AI, and just the overall quality and feel of the phone.
But there's got to be some trade-offs, right?
While some users have mentioned some issues with the camera, seems like the hardware itself is capable of taking amazing photos, but the software processing might still need a little work. And there have been a few comments about the CPU performance lagging a bit behind the competition, especially when you're running demanding apps or games.
So maybe a case of pushing the boundaries of innovation, but maybe sacrificing a bit of performance in some areas.
That's possible. It's important to remember this is still a first-generation product, and those are usually the areas that get refined in later releases.
Makes sense. And speaking of refinements, what about the price tag? All this cutting-edge tech can't come cheap, right?
You guessed it. The Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is going for $1,619 on Amazon right now.
Okay, so definitely a premium price. But hey, maybe that's the price of being an early adopter of this game-changing technology. So that's the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Now let's shift gears and talk about its main rival, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Samsung's been in the foldable game for a while now, and they've packed this phone with some really cool features.
Absolutely. Samsung's taking a different approach with the Z Fold 6. While the Pixel focuses on size and AI, the Z Fold 6 is all about these really clever features that integrate seamlessly into your daily life.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, one of the standout features is called Circle to Search. You literally just circle something on your screen, and the phone's AI will instantly find it online. It's like having a visual search engine right in your hand.
Wow, that sounds super useful. How many times have you seen something and thought, where can I buy that? Now you just circle it and boom, you've got shopping results, information, everything.
Exactly. And it works surprisingly well. The AI is really good at recognizing all sorts of objects and even figuring out different brands and models.
I can see that being a game changer for online shopping. What else does the Z Fold 6 have up its sleeve?
Another feature that's getting a lot of attention is the built-in interpreter function. It can translate conversations in real time in up to 16 languages. Imagine having a conversation with someone who speaks a different language and your phone is just translating everything on the fly.
That's incredible. It'd be like having your own personal translator everywhere you go. I can see that being so useful for travelers, business people, anyone who interacts with people from different cultures.
It really breaks down those communication barriers. And it shows how AI is starting to do more than just simple tasks. It's actually helping us connect with each other better.
I'm starting to see how these two phones offer very different approaches to the foldable experience. The Pixel feels like it's pushing the limits of size and processing power, while the Z Fold 6 is more focused on integrating AI into everyday tasks and interactions.
You hit the nail on the head. They both have their strengths, and it really depends on what you're looking for in a phone. But we're just scratching the surface here. We still need to dive into things like camera capabilities, battery life, the overall user experience, and more.
You're right, we've got a lot more to cover.
Okay, we're back. And, for any phone to be considered truly great, it needs a camera that can keep up, right? The Pixel 9 Pro Fold is rocking a triple rear camera setup, and Google's got a reputation for stellar image processing, so this has got to be good.
Oh, absolutely. On paper, this camera setup is seriously impressive. We're talking incredibly detailed images, even in those tricky low-light situations. But like we mentioned before, some early users have noticed some inconsistency in the photo quality.
So maybe the hardware is top of line, but the software needs a little more time in the oven. It's possible. First generation products, they often have those little kinks to work out. Meanwhile, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 might not have those crazy specs that grab headlines, but what it does have is consistency. Users are really happy with the quality of the photos they're getting.
Interesting. So it's reliability versus pushing the limits. But hold on, the Z Fold 6 has all those AI photo editing tools, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about that generative edit feature earlier. That seems like it could be a real game changer.
Oh, absolutely. Think of it this way. Even if the photo isn't perfect straight out of the camera, the Z Fold 6 can use its AI to analyze the image and suggest improvements, adjusting the lighting, tweaking the composition, even removing stuff you don't want in the shot. It's like having a little photo editor right there in your pocket.
And that's what I call smart assistants.
Yeah.
Okay, switching gears for a sec, battery life. With these massive screens, I have to imagine that's a major concern.
Yeah, you're right to think about that. Powering two screens definitely takes a toll on battery life. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold seems to be doing a pretty good job managing its power consumption. Most people are saying they can get through a full day on a single charge.
But we did hear some rumblings about the Z Fold 6 having some battery issues, right?
Yeah, there have been some reports that the battery drains a bit faster on the Z Fold 6, especially if you're using that big, beautiful inner display for things like gaming or streaming video. It seems like Samsung might need to tweak things a bit to optimize the battery life.
So it sounds like battery life might be a point in favor of the Pixel, but both phones could benefit from some improvements in that area.
Okay, let's move on to the overall design and user experience. Both of these phones definitely have that premium feel, but they seem to have very different vibes.
Totally agree. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold, it's all about sleek minimalism. That matte glass back feels amazing in your hand, and the hinge is so smooth, it's almost like magic when you unfold it.
And how would you describe the design language of the Z Fold 6? Well, if the Pixel is like a sleek sports car, the Z Fold 6 is more like a luxury SUV. It's got a bit more heft to it, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Feels incredibly well built. And that hinge, it's super sturdy. You really feel like you're holding a piece of quality tech.
So different vibes, but both top-notch in their own right. But design is just one part of the equation. The software is really the heart and soul of any device. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold is running stock Android, right?
Yep, and for a lot of people, that's a big selling point. Stock Android means a clean, intuitive interface, smooth performance, and Google's done a great job integrating the Gemini AI right into the OS. It's always there to help you out.
And what's the software experience like on the Z Fold 6?
The Z Fold 6 is running Samsung's One UI, which is a heavily customized version of Android. Some people love One UI for all the extra features and customization options it offers, while others find it a bit overwhelming. It definitely takes some getting used to.
So it sounds like the Pixel might be a better choice for folks who prefer things to be simple and straightforward, while the Z Fold 6 caters to those who like to tinker and really personalize their devices.
I think that's a good way to put it. Finding the right software is all about what fits your individual preferences.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground. Let's try to sum up the pros and cons of each phone. Starting with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, what are its biggest strengths?
Well, that massive display is a showstopper. It creates a truly immersive experience for both work and play. And then you've got the Gemini AI integration, which is both powerful and user-friendly. And let's not forget that sleek and modern design. Oh, and the Add Me feature is a real bonus for group selfie lovers.
Those are some serious pluses. But we got to be honest about the downsides too, right?
Absolutely. We've heard some reports of camera glitches, and there's been some talk about the CPU performance lagging behind in certain situations. And while the battery life is generally good, it's an area where we could see improvements in the future.
Okay, so what about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6? What are its winning features?
For me, the Z Fold 6 really shines with those innovative features like circle to search and the real-time interpreter. Those are the kinds of things that really change the way you use your phone, seamlessly integrating AI into everyday tasks. And those AI-powered photo editing tools are super impressive too.
Those are some great features.
Yeah.
But what about the areas where it falls a bit short?
Well, the main concern we've heard is about battery life. And some people find that One UI software to be a bit overwhelming.
Okay, so we've laid out the pros and cons, but I think everyone's still wondering which phone is the better choice.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no simple answer. It really all comes down to what you need and what you're looking for in a phone.
Yeah, I think that's a key takeaway here. Both of these phones are incredible in their own ways, but they're designed for different types of users.
Yeah.
If a giant screen, powerful AI integration, and a sleek design are your top priorities, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold might be right up your alley.
But if you're more interested in those innovative features that streamline your daily tasks, and you like having tons of customization options, then the Z Fold 6 could be your perfect match. The most important thing is to really consider what you value most in a phone, and then choose the one that best fits your needs.
I think you nailed it. There's no clear winner here. It's all about finding the phone that best aligns with your lifestyle and tech priorities. Well, one thing's for sure. We'll be keeping a close eye on all of it.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be testing out the newest devices, breaking down the trends, and sharing our insights with you right here on Tech Talk Central.
So if you want to stay ahead of the curve and be in the know about all things foldable, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description for the latest prices and deals on both the Pixel 9 Pro Fold and the Z Fold 6.
We keep those links updated, so you're always getting the best deal.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of foldable phones.
We'll see you next time on Tech Talk Central.